Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm here. I have no idea what to chat about. Uh, copy. Okay, where? Copy link, create a post, share. Okay. So I put it on my. Hopefully, there will be someone who's coming in. I know this will go into the YouTube feed, so I'm not sure. So and then it'll go into the shorts. Well, hello. Hello. I don't know what to chat about, so the floor is open. If anyone has any things they want to chat about. Hello, one person. Would you like to say anything? Okay, I need to get all messages up here. Okay, they left. You know what? Okay, this is what I was thinking. It's kind of hot out in the summertime. And so now there's these people who are telling other people to get off the internet, which is odd because in the summertime, it can get to be close to 200 degrees in the sun. And they're telling people to go outside in the heat. And I'm thinking, that's heat exhaustion right there. Um, that's some unsafe work conditions. Hello, person who's in the chat. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Um, any questions or anything? Any topics of conversation you'd like to discuss? Just wondering. Well, if you're new, please subscribe. I don't know what else to say right now. I'm not so sure what to have a discussion about. Oh, Stacy Grimes. Well, hello. Hello, Stacy Grimes. Any questions or anything? Oh, you got the purple crown right off the bat. Congratulations. You got the purple crown. I'm hanging in here. How are you doing? I'm just that's good to hear. I'm just wondering this direction of YouTube where it's going. it's it's kind of confusing to me. Related to everything, with the media and like is your job in media, Stacy? Because I know a lot of people who come onto YouTube, they do have a Oh, you're leaving. Okay, bye. Hello, Faith Bustamante. Faith Bustamante. You have got oh, you do watch my videos a lot. Well, thanks for stopping by and letting me know that you watch them. I do have a lot of fun making the shorts, and I try to make them funny and humorous. Um, I'm just not I'm not just not a funny person like in live chat. I can sit here and so it takes me a little bit to think of something funny that I oh, you're just kidding. Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, it takes me a little bit sometimes to think of something to put in the shorts that's kind of just like a little short joke or meme or something that is kind of a harmless um, type of something silly. Why is there a 10 on the screen? Well, the 10 is actually my it's my image. It's my alias image profile thingy. The picture that I have put in there for um for my profile image. That's what I use because my identity is, what do I go by 10 light star 01. And so then we have the ability to be able to block our face from showing on camera. You are the best. Um, well, thank you for saying that. I don't know what I do that's the best, but thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I try to do the best that I can with my limitations. Let's put it that way. Um, you know what's funny when you say best? That reminded me of something. It just reminded me of a story when my first husband was stationed at Fort Jackson. He had a T-shirt that said "Best by Test." Mommy, mommy, are you guys new? My sister and me watch your videos a lot of the live ones. Oh, well, thank you. I do. I have fun doing the I like doing some of the artwork ones that I do. I have fun doing those. Sometimes let's see what this is. Could you play Sick of You by Boy with Thuke is my favorite. Oh, I don't have anything to play music at all. I have absolutely nothing to play music. I can't play any um I don't have anything. No, I don't have anything to play music. I don't have anything to turn music on while I'm live streaming. I mean, yeah, we don't have the ability here on YouTube. We don't have the ability to just play music in the background like other people are doing. Um, so I don't know what that is related to. Um, no, I don't have that. No, I don't see anything at all. Um, Yeah, I don't see anything at all related to playing music with the app that we have that is through YouTube, the YouTube app. Um, you have a doctor's appointment. Okay, well we'll see you later. Uh, I don't know what to say for someone going to the doctor. I don't want to say have fun. Now some people might have fun going to the doctor. Usually have a good doctor's appointment. That sounds good. Have a good doctor's appointment and visit with the doctor. And hopefully the doctor doesn't get too fresh with you, Stacy Grimes. Uh, I hope it's not a getting fresh with the female patients kind of a doctor visit, because those are not very much fun. Well, they could be. If you have a handsome guy doctor, they could be fun. And you can say, hey, doc, usually you're supposed to take me out on a date before all this happens. Can you turn on your screen, please? My screen is on as far as it's going to get turned on. Um, like, I don't know if I can't even chat on my own screen. Now, maybe I could turn my screen on if I could offer it a glass of wine. And I could turn it on that way. Now, technically, my screen is already on, but I could make my screen a little bit drunk. I can't even chat in my own screen to get it drunk, to give it a little bit of wine with the emojis. But no, I'm not going to turn my screen on. That just brings too much trouble. Make sure my face is not ugly. I have a face for that of, no, I'm not going to show my face. No, that has caused too much trouble in the past because of children. And I'm not going to show my face. You know, the people from outside of the United States. This is the evil side of the internet. The evil spirited side of the internet is when you can have kids who do what they do against adults just because they're mad about something. Or you even have adults who are mad about something and they use things against a person. You know, this is my analogy. This will be my analogy. So a person, let's say a person's going to work. They're doing their job. And then you have a bill collector call up your job. Oh, Adolf Hitler. Oh, Adolf Hitler. Oh, great. We have Adolf Hitler in here now. Hello, Adolf Hitler. At least it's not Adolf Hitler. Now, the other chat had Adolf Hitler. I think I can say Hitler now, finally. On my own chat, most definitely I can, because I'm not going to censor myself. I'm not censoring anybody. I'm the real deal. Is your name Adolf Hitler when you say you're the real deal? Does your name have the initials of DJT? Adolf, are you DJT? We are talking to the spirit box now. So if you're the real deal, are you DJT? Adolf, are you listening to me through the spirit box? So your initials are not DJT. What are your initials, Adolf? Tell me what your initials are. Can you type out what your initials are, Adolf Hitler? I don't think... I thought Adolf Hitler had passed away. So how can you be Adolf Hitler? Your initials are AH. Okay, yes, your initials are AH on the screen. But what are your real initials? You must be a real person behind the pseudonym that is on the screen. Because every person on the chat screen is a real person. I hit in Argentina after the war. Oh, you hit in Argentina. Oh, after the war. Well, see, I never heard that part. I've heard many other theories on where Adolf Hitler went after World War II and the Holocaust. I heard that he went to the South Pole. That one sounded crazy. That is one of the craziest theories that I've ever heard, that Adolf Hitler went down to the South Pole. Argentina does sound more realistic for place for him to hide out. Maybe I'll watch a live stream of yours tomorrow. I can do a live stream tomorrow again. I have fun making live streams, especially when I get people chatting in it. No, that's not true. What is not true, Adolf? That Adolf went to Argentina, or you're talking about to the South Pole? Goodbye, Faith. Have a good doctor's appointment. Okay. Oh, you'll miss my live stream. The South Pole. The Antarctica. Yeah, I mean, well, the way the people described it related to the Antarctica and Hitler being in Antarctica was that there was bases. What they were saying is that there was existing bases underneath the snow. And so they said that he was building German technology in Antarctica below the snow. And I thought that sounds so strange. Yeah. Oh, the bases? The bases in Antarctica are true, or the ones in Argentina are true. So Hitler went to hide out in Argentina or in the South Pole, and there are bases in the South Pole because there are bases. Oh, you came back. Faith came back. Um, Because there are bases in Antarctica, but they are scientific bases for the purposes of science. So the bases are not there. I mean, I know it sounds so ridiculous because it's like over time, as the snow melts, there's going to be a fight for war in Antarctica. There are bases, but I hid in Argentina. Oh, you hid in Argentina. See, I never knew that what happened to Hitler after the Holocaust. I never even questioned what happened to Hitler after the Holocaust, because or even knew when he passed away or anything that happened to him. I never heard that part of the story. All I knew is that um, a big armed forces, I don't know if it was NATO or who went into Germany to help liberate the Jews from the internment camps, from Auschwitz and Dachau. Um, but what I do know is that the United States military was there and the German troops were, there was friendly people who were on the side of liberating the country from the dictator of Hitler. Now I don't know what happened to him afterwards, and so you're telling me now that there are bases and you hid in Argentina. So Faith says, when is the live stream ending? I'm just asking. I have no idea when it's going to end. Actually, I can end it now. I can just make it a short live stream. How about we do that? We'll just make it a short live stream. Maybe I'll make another one later. I can just make this one a short little live stream, and maybe we can do another one later. So we'll end it right now. And so we'll see you guys the next time. Bye. Oh, you don't want me to end it? Oh, I thought you wanted me to end the live stream. Okay, I'm still here. Hitler is fascinating, though, because of the fact Hitler went against people of faith. Oh, which faith? Bustamante? And that's something that I always said. I said Hitler went against people of faith. And you can't look at a person and tell what faith they are. And so the people from World War II, they said Hitler was very unexpected. And so Hitler, what he did, so he was not, yeah, you can't look at a person and tell what faith they are. So he was just rounding up a whole bunch of people. You were right about what? What were you right about Hitler? I know I was right about something myself related to our current times. I don't know what you were right about, Adolf Hitler. Oh, I don't know what Adolf Hitler was right about. If he had something that he was trying, a point he was trying to make, that Jews are, no, Jewish people are not evil. People are evil. You can't just say Jewish people are evil. You have to just say people are evil. You can say people are evil. People can be evil. They destroy nations. People destroy nations. This goes into the Second Amendment argument of who who harms people, who fatally harms people. Is it the gun or is it the people? Well, people can be evil and people can be good. So you can look at it from both directions. Um, People are the cause of problems. You're right, people do destroy nations. So we can't, so the identity labeling does absolutely nothing at all because the names just change over time. And so it does absolutely nothing to help humanity, the identity labeling. So it's a very few individual people who are set out to do harm upon others because they can. And I agree with you. It doesn't matter what people look like. They'll just round people up and not care one bit. Can you do satisfying stuff? I have done, I don't know what you would call satisfying because that is a loaded question. Um, that's a loaded question. Like, I know people talk about things that are satisfying, as in some people think that ASMR is satisfying. Um, if that's what you're talking about, I have done a little bit of tiny bit of ASMR videos. Satisfying to me is like doing something that's short. Like, can you give me some suggestions? Doing something that's short and you get it done fast. You get it done short and fast. It's kind of satisfying. Or sometimes people will say, like, when you set up dominoes or something and then knock them over, that's satisfying. What do you have in mind that would be considered satisfying, Faith? What do you have in mind that would be considered satisfying? I can try to think of something that would be satisfying. Satisfy is uh slime. I think I do have a little thing of slime that I could use. I think that I do have a little slimy thing that I could use. If not, slime. Yeah, slime. I can actually do slime, yeah. Satisfying and slime. Those are two things that I will be able to. I should write them down so I remember. I need to get up and, even though I'm being lazy right now, I need to get up and go write that down because those are two very good topics. Slime and satisfying. Um, Slime and satisfying. Oh, you know what I was just thinking would be fun? I was just thinking, because I like to do stuff with toilet humor. Um, I'm really surprised though that we don't have a slime emoji. I would think that slime emoji would be popular. Not just poo emoji, but slime. And we really don't have a slime emoji, do we? I would think Google would give us a slime emoji because that would be kind of fun. I mean, even though I do believe there's a lot of pressing things in real life that do need taken care of. Um, but on the same note, I know there's a lot of young people who, a lot of us who want to check out of real life stuff because it's out of our. No, Adolf Hitler, we are not ignoring you. What would you like? Well, I can make an Adolf Hitler video, but I would like it to get watched though. Um, if I make, because I like talking about stuff like Adolf Hitler, but to me, it's like if I can't get any views on it, then what's the point of making a video if I can't get views on it? But I have loved making videos about dictators because of the fact I don't agree with them. And if we can't talk about this stuff, and how we don't agree with it, then what is the point of media if I can't actually, and that's the same thing when I've made some videos about axe murderers and related to the current things that we have going on. And so I made them in the pointed sense of should they be let out of prison? Because a lot of other people had been let out of prison who shouldn't have been let out of prison. And so I made a big series of videos. They're still up, I believe. I think I still have them public, like Ted Kaczynski and Jack the Ripper and all these evil men who were in prison. And I've said, should they have been let out of prison? Oh, even one of the most recent ones too. What's his face? I can't even remember his name now. Oh, Derek Chauvin. So the thing, even though they said recently that George Floyd's murder was used as nothing more than fundraising for the Democrats. So if you guys want to think about that. Now, how do you feel that George Floyd's murder was used as nothing more than a publicity stunt for the Democrats? So what comes out of that? Nothing. Nothing, because of the fact that they just raised money and nothing is going to get solved out of that. Absolutely nothing is going to get solved out of that. And you know what? Donald Trump, he's a Democrat. Donald Trump is a Democrat. I'm writing. Um, okay, so how much people are near? How much people? Oh, I'm just by myself where I am right now. In If that's what you're asking. There's like no people around as far as that goes, except for Okay, it looks like it says there's 3 people in chat right now. So if there's more, I can't see them. It just says there's only 3 people in chat. That's what I'm seeing right now. Now it says there's 2 people. I don't know if Donald is a Jew or not. But I I I just look at the way that he does his policy as a dictator mentality. Um, because, okay, this is what I'll explain related to the dictator mentality. Okay, so he did the tariffs. He did the tariffs. Wall Street went down. But it's still high. It's still very, very high. So what happens is the stocks take a dive, they tumble. Well, this means that the CEOs and the brokerage companies can just buy the stocks back at a cheaper price. So that economy is getting funded. Wall Street is getting funded. Some of these companies they get the people to sell off. They sell their stocks. They tumble down to a cheaper price. And so then the companies buy their shares back. Now, sometimes they will buy them back to take them out of the public into private. Sometimes that's what they'll do. And then they'll have a SPAC, the special purpose acquisition company, where they dissolve the company into another company. So they don't completely just close up and get rid of a company, they just dissolve it up into another company. So right now it says there's 2 people. I know it says there's 1. It's really unfortunate that me watching my own video doesn't get counted as a view. Really, it should. I mean, me watching my own videos should get counted as a view. Now it says there's 3 people. It's only you? Okay, so if it's only you, then what you have are like opening different windows? I don't know. I can't tell who it is, who's the only person, because it changes all the time. I know when I first came on, I think there was 19. I was really surprised. I had 19 right at the beginning. Oh, like earlier in the video. Yeah, at the beginning of the video, after the 2 minutes, there was 19 people that were in here for a short while. And now it says there's 0. Oh, okay. You spelled out my channel name. You spelled out my channel name. That's pretty cool. 10 Light Star 01. Well, if anybody is in here for, learning about how the internet works and stuff, I'm not a complete expert on it because of the fact that I don't have the money to manipulate the internet. So if you have lots of money, you can manipulate the internet. I don't have that kind of money. I never did. It's not something I ever wanted to do. But I know, one thing I know, at the beginning of YouTube, we started YouTube off on the 5 stars. And I thought that was always interesting because of the fact that the military generals had 5 stars. It says only 1%. What do you mean 1%? 1% of... What says 1%? Oh, one person. Now it says 2. Yeah, I miss when we had conversations. Well, I don't know. I was thinking on my first channel, I never really had a place where we did have conversations. Not, yeah, it was 2 people. Now it says 1. It says 1 and 3, so there's 3 thumbs up, and there's a 1 and 13. You know what 13 reminds me of? There's some significance with 13. 13 is the 13th Amendment related to indentured servitude in the United States of America. Now, I know that there's the element of folks who say, well, constitutional law is not state law. There's a big difference between the two. So state laws will put people in prison, where constitutional law can't put people in prison. Constitutional law is only here for the purposes of theatrics and entertainment and changing the country into a direction of something that is useful for all people, not just a few. Now it says 23. 23 is 23andMe. 23andMe, the DNA. Anne Wojcicki. She's still living, I believe. I don't know if she's doing anything or not. She looked just like her sister Susan. And I always wondered, it's like, just imagine if Anne Wojcicki played Susan Wojcicki, her sister. Imagine if she did. 3 is the Third Amendment, which is, why does it keep saying 1, 2, and 1 and 2? Well, because with the people, when someone leaves, then it says 0. And so it changes all the time. So the 1, each time a person comes in and leaves, then that means that then I get a new view. That's what's happening with that. So when it goes to 0, that means someone left. Oh, it could be a dropped signal too. It could be a bounce. Maybe it's a, what they call the bounce, where it's just not showing up. People are still here, but it's just not showing up. So it knows, I don't know. It's just something that it's always done. I mean, it says you're still here, and it was showing up as 0 people watching, which that's kind of funny to think about that. As far as that goes, I could have 1,000 people watching and not even know. And it's showing up as 0. Now that would be fun if I had 1,000 people watching or 2,000 people watching, And I had no idea they're watching even. 1, 2, 1, 2. The 2-step. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. That's kind of satisfying sometimes, though, that I find is like counting. Counting, or just doing something repetitive. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you shake your phone, the star will move. Will it? Does it go sideways? If I shake my phone? Yeah, the star... Well, it's moving because I'm shaking my phone. The star will move. I didn't know if you guys saw it. If I can't tell if it's shaking on the screen or not. That would be funny if it actually did move on the screen if I'm shaking my phone. But no, it stays. It stays stuck in portrait view. When I put my phone in landscape, it stays stuck in portrait view. Oh, the shake. The shake weight. Oh, my new friend who is an internet friend on another channel, he likes the shake weight. He likes the shake weight. Oh, I finally met a new friend on another YouTube channel, and he's a pretty cool guy. Well, he doesn't have a shake weight though. But when I explained to him how you can use the shake weight in an inappropriate but inappropriate way, he said it was something that would be right up his alley. The shake. Oh my gosh, I am so thirsty for a shake though. For like a Wendy's shake. I haven't had one of those in a long, long time. Not thirsty, I just mean hungry for a shake. There's a lot of things, a lot of luxuries and things that I haven't had in a long time. And a shake is one of them. I love the taste of the Wendy's shakes. The chocolate frosty is so good. Oh my gosh. I kind of wish they had a twist. I was thinking, did they have one at one time? I can't remember if they had a twist of the Wendy's shakes. But I would used to buy those when I had a freezer. I don't have a freezer anymore. But I would buy them. And I would put them in the freezer and let them get hard. And then I would like carve out a little bit out of each one of them and put them together and make my own twist in a little bowl. And it was so good. There's just something about the when they're frozen like that. So are we still going to do the satisfying and the slime? Yeah, well, I can make a video about it. It's hard for me to do anything. I'm not sure. I don't know how I would do slime like in a live stream. I wrote them down, so I'm going to make shorts. I'm going to make a couple of short videos out of them. Yes, absolutely I'll do satisfying and slime. What are you talking? Oh my God. Are you sure? Okay, are you a guy? Faith, are you a guy hiding out under a woman's name? Why do I think you're a guy hanging out under a woman's name? I just have that feeling that you are a guy hanging out under a woman's name when you when you talk about shake, satisfying, and slime. I just feel this as being a bait conversation. Oh my God, if only you were Jack. Oh. No, you're a girl. Okay, you're a girl. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry that you're a girl. I mean, it's just funny sometimes when the words come up and it's like then you think that because there are men who do hide out on the internet under women's names. And they do some things. I don't know what they're trying to do, if they think they're the FBI or the police or what exactly they're doing. But there are men who do hide out on the internet under women's names. So, I mean, the thing is like I've picked names that are kind of gender neutral. I mean, because like the name I have right here with Light Star, I could be a man or a woman. I mean, clearly I'm a woman and I'm not using a voice changer or anything like that, but I will speak in a silly voice from time to time, which just makes my voice higher. But I think, for me, even I think if I speak in a lower voice, I still don't sound like a man. I just don't have a deep enough voice to make myself sound like a man. So I don't think I do. I don't know. Maybe there's kids or other people who would think that, but um, now I have heard some women who sound on YouTube who sound really, really growly. It's like, my gosh, the way that she's talking, she sounds almost like a dude. Um, it's kind of funny. And then I heard last night there was someone on TikTok and they were talking about that they won't be able to get their medications under a certain bill. And the medications they were wanting was the gender blocking pills. That's the medications they were wanting was their gender blocking pills. And so they said under this big beautiful bill they won't be able to get their gender blocking pills. And I'm thinking, isn't that it's like there might be a handful of people in the United States. Oh, you came back. I'm going on my second. You came back. Okay, I'm going on my second. You were here yesterday. I remember you here yesterday. Absolutely do. Um, Duckies is Duckies is gay. Is Duckies coming back now? Duckies. Oh, now you retracted the message. Is my friend and he's gay in real life. Well, one of the things they said is that most people in real life have never known a gay person. They said, that's kind of like, is my friend and he's gay real? And we discussed too that gay means happy. So if you have somebody who's gay in real life, that can mean happy. But I think what the experts are talking about is they said that most of the kids who are in high school in the past 5 years, they said there's only like 4 people across the whole United States who had a problem with sports and men in women's sports. So they said it's not something that that affects the majority of the people, but yet it got a lot of attention. Um, it got an awful lot of attention for being something that only affects 4 people out of the whole United States. Because they said it's just not an issue for anyone, because most people do not know anyone who has been where there's been a man in women's sports. What time is it? Well, let me see what time it is. It is 2:59. It's 2:59 Eastern Time in the United States. That's what time it is. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but I know it's that time where I'm at, because I'm on the East Coast of the United States. I've said that before, and I feel comfortable saying that. I've actually said enough information to almost give my real location. I've said enough information in various places to almost give. I've given a regional area, and it's like I was comfortable doing that before until they started sending people to my house. Yours says 1 o'clock. Okay, so that means you're in Mountain Time Zone. You must be in Mountain Time Zone over there towards Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I don't know the words to the song. I've seen all the rain, wind, and pleasure in the sky. 'Cause everybody's high, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Well, what are you saying no to? Faith, what are you saying no to that it's not? Is your time different? Well, did you know over in the Middle East that they have a time that is 30 minutes? So there's a place in the Middle East, I was thinking it was around Pakistan somewhere, and their time, so when it's 1 o'clock for us here, it's only like, it would be like 12:30 for them. So they're doing their time zones in increments of 30 minutes instead of 60 minutes. There is a place in the Middle East that does that. Oh, you don't live in Colorado. Oh, okay. I thought you were maybe telling me no to stop singing. uh, Now, did you happen to see I made a video that I scheduled it, but I made a video of the gargoyle and he's cooking in the pot. Did you happen to see that video? It's in the shorts. Because I made a little gargoyle video, and he's jumped up on the counter and he's cooking a stew in the pot. And so I actually make my own music videos, little short music videos. Let's see. Kungawal Sangovana. Kungawal Sangovana. Read the song I put under no. Read the song I put under no. Okay, let me see. No, I don't live in Colorado. The Kangawa Sangovana. I have a feeling that you are something that let me ask this question. Are you an aboriginal in Australia on the savannah? Is that where we are now, in the savannah of the aboriginal in Uluru, Australia? No. But you sang Sangovana, Sangovana, Kungavo Sangovana, Kungago Sangovana. If that is, I don't know if that's a real language or something you made up, because it looks like something I would have made up with wordplay. I'm going on my second. Hello, I'm going on my second. Your second. I'm going on my second. Okay, what is Bay? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, are we talking about San Francisco? San Francisco Bay and Alcatraz and the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plains. I better stop. No, it's from, South Africa. I would not have known that about South Africa. That's a South African name. It kind of looks like it is, from Central America, in like Brazil, in the Brazil area, or that, what's that other area they were talking about where all the, he means bye. What does bye? Oh, he's leaving? Okay. Well, have a nice trip back to South Africa. Have a nice trip back to South Africa. Hopefully it's safe and they will put you there in some place where there's lots of people. Now someone was talking about that the other day. They said, imagine being Mexican and ending up in South Africa because you got rid of all your identification at the border, and now Homeland Security does not know where to put you. So they just pack you up and ship you off to South Africa somewhere. And it sounds like that's what they're doing, because so many of the people have been kind of naughty when they came into the United States. When they did what they did, they got rid of all their identification, and now they don't know what to do with them. They don't know what country to send them to. So they're just going to send them to the Middle East. That's what they're going to do. So I think the migrants who are still in the United States, if they want to get back to their own country, they better be telling Homeland Security where they're really from, or they're just going to end up getting shipped over to the Middle East and left there. I mean, because it sounds like they're ornery enough to do that. I'm glad they're doing it, and that's not a decision I have to make, but it sounds to me like they don't play around with people who are being crappy. I actually had said myself that I thought my second husband should have been packed up and shipped to Africa. As crappy as he was, that even though he said he was an American citizen, I would have packed him up and shipped him back off to Africa, as shitty as he was to me. And I would have done that too, if I had the means to do it. I would have packed him up and shipped him back to Africa. And they made some jokes about that on the media too, and they said that Homeland Security really is packing up people who are American citizens and shipping them off to other countries. Um, and they said it's a mistake too. They're not supposed to be going there. They're not supposed to be going to those places. They should have never packed them up and shipped them off to begin with. They probably should have put them in prison instead of giving them a free vacation. That's what they should have done, was put them in prison. But instead, no. They gave them a free vacation. Why they gave them a free vacation? I don't know. It's just like bringing all these migrants into the United States and giving them a free vacation. And they're criminals. They gave criminals a free vacation. And someone put them in fancy hotels. Um, I thought, well, Nastasia. There is a lady who goes by Nastasia. I believe she's Russian, who does crochet. Um, but she spells her name a little bit different. What are you wowing about? Well, okay, this is what I'm going to say. Last year, I listened on TikTok, and the people in Africa hate America. They have nothing nice to say about America. The people in Africa, I was appalled, for lack of being able to use a better word. But the people in Africa, they absolutely hate America. And TikTok showed it. I mean, it's like, what America, if Homeland Security or the internet has a way to isolate people from that, it's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to sit here and listen to people from Africa and other countries trashing America all the time. And I can't imagine that other countries want to hear America and American citizens trashing them all the time. But you know what? It's happening. And I had to listen to it last year. Listen to people from Africa just completely trashing America. It's not your fault. Well, it's not my fault either. But we and I got censored off of, when I went to speak up. What would happen is, I don't like it either. I agree with you. I don't like it either. Um, and so when I went into chat rooms on TikTok, and I would go into a lot of them that were African people, some of them were pretending to be American citizens. And so they said that they were American citizens and that they were moving to live in Africa. Any 10th grade tips? Any 10th grade tips? Well, 10th grade tips would be, if you're literally talking about high school, I don't know what that would be. I mean, because I wouldn't have any tips that I would give to a 10th grader, because I don't want to influence the thought and direction of what a kid has. And they can either be very influential or they can be stubborn and just want to rebel and do things their own way. So there's no point for me to give any tips related to anything. Because I know how kids are. I know how people are. I've been one my own self. And, so we have this thing of where kids tend to do the opposite or steer away from what their parents did if it was something overly repetitive and they didn't like it. And so that's where I find myself. Oh, you're in the 7th grade. So I find myself in that position, related to religion, because my parents loved to go to church. I didn't like church at all, and I didn't want to go to church. And so, but something happened in my parents' generation, I guess, related to, um, related to being told that when you turn 18, you're just supposed to be able to take care of yourself. Okay. So Johnny got digital art. I'm going into the 10th grade. Or is that Journey? 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 Journey. Orny. You're. is, is that a J that's pronounced like an H? Is that like Horny got it digital art? I'm going into the 10th grade. Hi. Um. I'm in the 3rd grade. Okay, it's not a J that's pronounced like an H. Journey. So okay. I wasn't sure because a lot of times I just never know what kind of letters are have a SH or a J or a Z S H sound, or if they're an H or it's pronounced like journey. Oh, journey. 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 Yeah, you know what was funny? Well, I was thinking about when I was a waitress, there was a woman, and she was always, instead of saying she had to go to the bathroom, she would say, "Well, I'm going to take a journey." That's all she said. She's like, "I'm going to take a journey." And one of the other ladies had told me that, um, and I didn't know what she meant by it. And she's like, "Oh, Barb just uses that as a reference to go to the bathroom. Instead of just saying, I have to go to the bathroom, she says, I'm going to take a journey." So I started doing the same thing. And I started telling them because they seemed to be annoyed with it. And I liked Barb. And so I would start telling them, I'm going to go take a journey. I think they started doing it too. They all were saying the same thing. So everybody knew, we all knew what we meant when we said we were going to go take a journey. Okay, so you put need in order, and then the money is in your bank accounts, so that way it doesn't get wasted on money that you're going into the bank account, so that way it will not get lost, and then the bank can, um, the only way you could be sure is with the money, and you will get the job you need, and the job that you're going into is a lot more money, and you'll get the money and the money and the money and the money. The job I'm going into, I don't know what that job is that I'm going into. Um, some people have told me I'm way too old and should be thrown out to pasture to have a job. Um, a lot of people have actually told me that, your better days are behind you. And it's like, oh, really? I never even got a chance to even have a dream about anything. Nothing at all. I never got a chance for anything in life. Now, if I was able to be president, you know what? If I'm president, I am not giving up my salary. I'm going to keep the money. If I'm president, what does a president make? Like $380,000 a year. Now, the president is Well, I've heard the president could become a millionaire by the time he's out of office. And I say he because we've never had a she. Um, can I gaze? You want to gaze? Can I gaze? GASE? So I don't know what job I would be, you know, going into. I know you guys are just writing. And I always thought, I know we get all that stuff on the internet. It's like, oh, if you say these mantras all this time and you think positive, then good things will come. And it's like, well, yeah, we can repeat that in artificial intelligence and it helps someone else who already has a YouTube channel established and has been around for a long time. And then it helps them with their search engine optimization presence. Now, even me just saying search engine optimization helps someone else who has search engine optimization and tendencies of AI and artificial intelligence. Well, hello, Rebecca. 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 Rebecca was in the Bible. There was a woman named Rebecca in the Bible. There was not a lot of women mentioned in the Bible. I don't know why the Bible tried to strip away women out of the Bible. There was another man I was listening to who was talking about that a couple days ago, and he actually said that there was a period of time that they were purposely stripping away women out of the Bible. Okay, Journey. Are you still here, Journey? Apparently Journey is gone. Are we talking about the Journeys cruise? Because I know at one time the cruise ships had something they were calling the Journey cruises. I had fun on the Journey cruise because I was able to go on, I think, 2 of them. I did 2 Journeys cruises, and they were a little bit different. So how long have you been alive for? I have been alive for 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 30 seconds. I'm here, Rebecca, happy you're here. And so the cruise companies had the Journeys, well, Carnival did, the Carnival cruise. I liked cruising. I don't know if that I will ever go on another cruise again in my life. That's kind of sad to think that. I always think that's sad to think that when maybe something was the last time that you did something. And I know moms have mentioned that too, related to kids. When was the last time you gave them a hug? The last time you held their hand? And, when they were little. I mean, because they grow up. And the thing I think about for myself is I don't know when the last time was that I held my kid's hand. I can speculate, but there was a last time that I held their hand, and then now I don't get to hold their hand ever. My grandpa was always holding my hand when I was a kid. Like at 4, can you make a live video? You want me to make a live video at 4? That's, if I was going to make a live video at 4, I would have to probably end it now. Oh, you and Journey know each other. Okay. It's funny to think about that. It's like it's a memory, but then at the same time, it kind of makes me sad when thinking about kids. With your own kids, the last time you held their hand. Yes, I'm her school bus driver. Can you end it now? I can end it now, yeah. I can end it now. You guys have someplace else you need to go. Hello, Kungawao Sangovana. Yes, I'll end it now. I'll see you guys later. Have fun wherever you go. Have fun. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope you guys weren't offended by anything that I said, because it's not intended. It's just things that have happened to me in life, and I'm just expressing them here. So we'll see you guys later, okay? Have fun. Bye-bye.